Murder case in Hampton. Cory Bigsbys is in court today as jury selection begins in his murder trial.
That's right. Bigsby is charged with killing his 4-year-old son, Cody. 13 News Now has team coverage. Angelique Arentalk and Dan Kennedy were both in the courtroom today. We're going to check in with Dan first. Dan, we learned a lot of new details this afternoon.
A lot of new information inside this courthouse behind me. It is judgment week for Cory Bigsby, more than 2 years after his son, Cory Bigsby, was first reported missing by his father. I can tell you that just about 45 minutes ago, the judge allowed everyone to break for the day, but jury selection continues tomorrow bright and early at 9 a.m. More on that in just a moment. But first, I want to take hours worth of courtroom proceedings today and kind of break it down into 3 things that you need to know this evening. These are my 3 big takeaways from the day. Number 1, prosecutors say this week they are set to argue that Cory beat his son to death and then discarded the body. The Commonwealth's attorney told the potential jurors that this case will have no DNA, no fingerprints, no body, and no autopsy to be presented as evidence. Number 2, we also learned more today about who will testify this week, including Cory's other son, a 7-year-old boy who was 5 years old at the time of the disappearance of his brother. We will also hear during testimony from Cody's mother. In fact, she is the first person who will be called to testify. And then number 3, 68 people were called to jury duty today. Again, the goal is to have that list whittled down to 12 jurors with 2 alternates, something that could happen tomorrow, but also possibly into Wednesday. My colleague Angelique Arentalk was also inside the courtroom today. And Angelique, you're covering the jury side of things today.
Right, Dan, like you mentioned, there's a pool of nearly 70 potential jurors in the trial for Cory Bigsby. Court officials split those people up. So the first batch went into the courtroom today. Attorneys are in the process of questioning them, that group with more to go. More than 2 years after reporting his 4-year-old child missing to Hampton police, Cory Bigsby stands trial this week in connection to Cody's murder.
It's just weird how a young child just vanished. He just disappeared. There's no way. So we just want to know what happened with Cody.
Amanda Randall and others went to Hampton Circuit Court on Monday, eager to watch proceedings begin.
We've all just really wanted justice. And so, we'll wait.
They waited as attorneys on both sides began the process of questioning close to 70 potential jurors. The prosecutor asked whether anyone has children or grandchildren around 3 to 4 years old. The attorney for the Commonwealth also asked whether anyone would have a problem with the fact this case does not have a body to present as evidence. On the defense side, Bigsby's attorney asked potential jurors whether anyone has already determined his client's guilt or innocence. The defense attorney also asked whether people feel comfortable about sitting on a jury in a murder trial. 13 News Now legal analyst Ed Booth identifies some of the challenges with this high-profile case.
It's going to be difficult to find people who haven't had at least some exposure to the case. And then, of course, the question becomes whether or not that exposure to the case is going to impact their ability to be fair and impartial.
That question about media exposure is coming up a lot in court. I've heard a mixed bag. Some people say they know about this case vaguely through the news. Some say today is their first time ever hearing about it at all. So court officials are still in the process of whittling down this list once again. They're going to call the second batch of potential jurors after lunch tomorrow. Live in Hampton, Angelique Arentalk, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Angelique. So that means opening statements could get underway on Wednesday. This trial is only supposed to last 1 week, but it could very well run into the next.